What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is me, Scyushi Man, and today we're going to be talking about crafting classes, more particularly the basic classes. Bro, there ain't nothing basic about, like, imagine being married to the pirate captain. There's nothing basic about him. He's got guns all the time. Oh, he's an American. Okay. How do we end up crafting this class? Well, it's going to get a little bit more in-depth versus the starter classes that we've already covered. First and foremost, chaos cores, which are gotten out of chaos chests. And how do you get chaos chests free to play? Barely. That's the answer. You can get them out of the leaderboard. You can get them out of patron or the amount of money that you spend on the game. There's also, the loot day. There you go. So that'll end up giving you some chaos chests. Sorry, I know this is like kind of amateurish, the way that I'm presenting this guide to you guys, but I'm just kind of having fun with them because they're very, very straightforward. So next would end up being flux, which 1,000 flux, that's like finding a quarter on the ground. It's super easy. Actually, no, finding a quarter is not easy, not unless you're looking like I do every day, because YouTube doesn't pay enough. So you just loot, collect gear, anything that you find in the environment, whatever. Then you got golden seashells, which, yeah, you get the seashells out of the chest itself, as far as I recall. Yeah, you do. Okay. And lastly, the ancient scales, which suck because they involve fishing. Oh boy. Isn't this riveting? More particularly, you gotta end up getting specific fish, just random rare fish, and they'll end up loot collecting into an ancient scale. Now, let's get into it because there is a little... I saw an invisible Cubesley there for a second. There's a little bit more steps to this, just in case you're new to Trove and you don't know about fishing. So from the hub, you come down here. Here's where all of the fishing profession crap ends up coming into play. And you can see there's all these different items, including a basic fishing line that you get for flux, and then lures, which you can also get for flux. Eventually, though, you can end up just crafting these various fishing lines. And also there's going to end up being these fishing lures. The problem is the lures themselves, you gotta make sure that you see this tiny little icon in the top left, unless you're using one of the special lures, and then it'll end up counting down accordingly. Because even if you go to a fish pond, which you can barely see them on consoles, you won't see the fancy icon that you saw 2 seconds ago. Instead, you'll just have to look for a tiny little animated fish pool. But yeah, essentially, whenever you fish in those spots, every time you pull a fish up, it's going to end up counting down the amount of lures. One lure equals 100 fish, as far as I know. And there's no notification or anything to when you run out. So you gotta be really careful. I say this because, as you can see, I have an ancient boot, which means that I fished without having a lure, which means that I just wasted my time. The only way that you can get rid of these boots is by destroying them in the trash. You can't loot collect them or anything because it's trying to prevent fishing bots. I don't know why there would be fishing bots, and that's about gonna do it. So hopefully you ended up enjoying today's video. Smash like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment letting me know your favorite pirate quote, like "Arr, matey," and shiver me Timmies, my Tim Horton Timmies. Arr.